a British codebreaker vanished for days. When police finally entered his London flat, they found him dead inside a locked sports bag in the bathtub. Welcome to Cryphion Case Files, the place where real mysteries come back to life. In August 2010, Gareth Williams, a brilliant Welsh mathematician working for GCHQ while on secondment to MI6, suddenly stopped showing up for work. After colleagues raised concern, police entered his Pimlico apartment on August 23rd. Inside, they discovered one of the strangest death scenes in modern British history. Williams's naked body was inside a red North Face hold-all in the ensuite bathroom. The bag was padlocked, and the key was found inside the bag, under his body. There were no signs of forced entry. The heating had been on, and his remains were already badly decomposed. Almost immediately, the case sparked questions that still haven't gone away. How did a highly intelligent government codebreaker end up dead inside a locked bag? And if he put himself there, how did he do it without leaving clear fingerprints on the lock or around the bathtub? At first, suspicion naturally fell on his work. Williams had access to highly sensitive material. He had worked alongside British intelligence and had also spent time in the United States with the NSA. Because of that, theories quickly exploded. Espionage, a professional hit, a foreign intelligence operation, or a cover-up buried behind official silence. Then came the forensic puzzle. At the 2012 inquest, experts recreated the scene and tried hundreds of times to get into a similar bag and lock it from the inside. They could not reliably do it. Coroner Fiona Wilcox concluded that Gareth's death was unnatural and likely to have been criminally mediated. She said another person probably placed the bag in the bath and locked it. She also rejected the idea that his death was suicide, and she strongly criticized the handling of the case by both MI6 and the police. But that was not the final word. In 2013, after a longer police investigation, the Metropolitan Police announced a completely different view. Detectives said Gareth most likely died alone in a tragic accident, possibly after voluntarily getting into the bag as part of private behavior. Even then, police admitted that many of the key questions remained unanswered. That contradiction is one reason the case still grips people today. One official process pointed toward unlawful killing. Another argued there was no evidence strong enough to prove anyone else was there. Over the years, public debate only grew louder. Why did MI6 wait days before fully raising the alarm? Why were some items discovered later? Why did the scene seem to suggest both impossible confinement and total lack of struggle at the same time? There were also troubling forensic complications. DNA traces from other individuals on the bag never produced a clear answer, and one sample discussed during the investigation was later found to be contamination from a forensic scientist. In February 2024, a police review said no new DNA evidence or fresh lines of inquiry had emerged, leaving the mystery unresolved. And that is what makes Gareth Williams so haunting. Not just the image of a man found inside a locked bag, but the clash between every explanation that followed. Assassination, accident, secrecy, misdirection, official error, personal privacy, national security. More than a decade later, the central question still refuses to die. Was Gareth Williams murdered by someone who knew exactly how to leave almost nothing behind? Or was this truly a bizarre accident that only looked impossible from the outside. A spy, a locked bag, a silent flat in London, and a death that still doesn't make sense.